WWE continued its road to Elimination Chamber on this week's episode of Raw with the latest qualifying matches for the men and women's division. Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul squared off, while Women's IC champ Lyra Valkyria battled Bayley. CM Punk and AJ Styles also made an appearance, but we started off with Jey Uso, who made another electrifying entrance to a thunderous ovation from the fans. World Champ Gunther then came out of nowhere, sweeping Uso's legs from underneath him and sending him crashing back first into the announce table. A brawl ensued with the ring handrail getting the best of Uso. Undeterred, the men's Rumble winner grabbed the mic and made it official, challenging Gunther for the world title at WrestleMania 41. Gunther returned to the ring, but Uso met him there. He dove over the top rope and wiped him out as security before standing tall with his path to the showcase of the Immortals clear. A red hot way to start the show with a momentous announcement: Uso versus Gunther confirmed for Mania. The first match made official, and it will have considerable time to tell its story. And yeah, it's definitely going to be an anticipated match. This bodes well for the world title match. And then, also leaves Cody free to possibly face John Cena at the show of shows. Before moving on then to our first match of the night, Damage Control versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And a week after Liv Morgan advanced to the Chamber over Io Sky under controversial conditions that involved Rhea Ripley, she teamed with Raquel Rodriguez to face Damage Control. The heels isolated Kai for much of the match, smoking her over in the corner while fans chanted EO, anticipating a hot tag to the former women's champ. Sky exploded into the match, wiped both opponents out at ringside with a top rope suicide and added a bullet train attack to Morgan for a 2. The heels delivered the double team co-breaking Sky, halting her momentum, but they could not keep her down. Morgan delivered the Oblivion to Kai moments later, and Sky broke that pinfall out with a running knee that busted the heel open above her right eye. After a back and forth exchange, Sky downed Morgan with a kick and added the over the moonsault for a pinfall victory. A good long tag match that broke down at points later on, but still highlighted some quality action between the two. Morgan's growth is undeniable. Sky, we saw how popular she is, and she definitely deserves a big match at Mania. And yeah, she definitely has momentum on her side for a possible match with Ripley. So yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. In our next contest, it was the Elimination Chamber qualifier between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. And yeah, later in the match, Bayley drove the sunset flip powerbomb to her opponent and attempted a top rope elbow. Valkyria got her knees up and answered with a tornado DDT. The role model responded with Bayley, but her opponent kicked out too. The combatants battled up to the top rope while Valkyria headbutted her opponent onto the apron and then added a top rope leg drop. She looked for the night win, but settled for a roll up for 2. Bayley sent Valkyria head and neck into the ropes, then countered an Oklahoma roll attempt into a pinfall on her own for the win. This was a good match, but it had the potential to be really great. Still, both women had strong outings, which reaffirmed how great Bayley is and highlighting Valkyria as a future star. Bayley going over was the right call, but the creative team needs to do something to boost the IC title reign with Valkyria, because it just seems like it's been lacking anything without really any fault to Valkyria. So yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. AJ Styles then hit the ring and cut a promo addressing his fans in Nashville and recalling a potentially career-ending injury he suffered 4 months ago on SmackDown against Carmelo Hayes. The Judgment Day's Dom and Carlito interrupted, with the former verbally sparring with the Phenomenal One. After reminding Mysterio that he's still just Rey Mysterio's punk kid, Styles cleared the heels out the ring and set in motion a feud between the competitors for the next few weeks. It worked. Styles told the story of a grizzled veteran with plenty left to offer in the ring. Mysterio talks big game but would call a beat down which he's not likely to go unanswered. For now, though, Styles has a chance to work with it and further evolve as Mysterio as a worker while combating one of the most over heels on the roster and thus enjoying the overwhelming crowd support which is likely to come from it. So yeah, for me, I thought it worked pretty well. But moving on then to our next match, now it's for the World Tag Team titles, War Raiders against American Made. And yeah, the heels took advantage of a momentary distraction, isolated Everett, cutting him off from his larger partner and keeping him grounded. A hot tag to Ivar turned the tide back in the Champ's favour as they took turns bumping heels around. Chants of "This is awesome" spilled from the stands as it continued. And yeah, as the champions set up for the War Machine, Julius Green blasted Ivar with a belt and joined his brother in standing tall, the champs in their hand. This was a solid match that had fans buying into Nate near falls. The finish may not have been ideal for fans who wanted to see how it would play out, but it kept the story moving and adds heat to it. Good action, great physicality, and an ending that protects a match that could even be worthwhile on a premium live event in the future. So yeah, 7 out of 10. CM Punk then took to the ring to address the WWE Universe and reiterated his vow to stab Cody Rhodes in the front, then aimed at long-time rival John Cena, vowing to beat him inside the Elimination Chamber. So yeah, I still think we'll get Punk Rollins versus Reigns at Mania, but obviously this will be the story heading up to the Chamber. Logan Paul, the man who eliminated him from the Rumble, interrupted amid a chorus of boos. A back and forth between the two led to Punk promising to put the social media superstar to sleep if he got past Rey Mysterio, and they rekindled their rivalry which they had over the US champion. And yeah, the Rey Mysterio was dominant for a small part of the match. Paul was dominant for most of it, with he's using his power advantage. Late Mysterio managed to come back but failed to put his opponent away. Paul had hung around long enough to blast his opponent with a pulverizer, named as such by McAfee on commentary to score the win and advance to the chamber. The match perfectly highlighted Accountable Pro Wrestling, that highlighted Paul's continued growth as an in-ring wrestler and served as a reminder of Mysterio of one of the best of his era. Some will hate the idea of Paul competing inside the chamber with the main event talent he will share the ring with, but it at least sets out the possibility of Punk shutting him up with a crowd-pleasing GTS. So yeah, gets 7 out of 10 from me. I thought it's probably the right result. Put a whole deal of heat onto Logan Paul. And yeah, a really fun match as well. And yeah, it's going to be intriguing to see him in the chamber. So 7 out of 10. Overall, Raw gets a 7 out of 10 from me. This was not quite the blowaway show that we've seen on some Netflix broadcasts, thanks in large part to questionable booking decisions, but it continues to set the stage for a high-stakes Elimination Chamber match. The announcement of the first WrestleMania match was excellent. Bayley outlasting Valkyria, and the great tag team title match was really strong as well. Still, there's already too many moving pieces, but I think compared to where we are last year and the chaos that's going on, it definitely seems more organised, and yet we're looking like an interesting card being put together. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.